So, hello, Capricorn, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be giving the message for you today. It is a general message, right? March predictions, so take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. If it doesn't, don't force it to fit. There are plenty of other wonderful readers on YouTube that just might resonate more with you at this time. Plus, I always recommend, watching your other placements because they just might resonate more with you, okay? For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, I do not sugarcoat my messages, and I have no guarantees on what will or won't come out of my mouth. So, if that is not your thing, or you have kids around, or you just don't appreciate that kind of a message in general, I respect that. I'm always giving you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, Cap, we are going to be getting into this March prediction for you. I'm using my gold playing cards, right? I'm also using my Oracle of the Mermaids, as well as my Power of Love cards, and my Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. All right. So without further ado, Capricorn, let's get into your March message. So Spirit, please, what is going on with Capricorn and Capricornian energy for March 2020? What is going on with Capricorn and Capricornian energies for March 2020? What is going on with Capricorn and Capricornian energy for March 2020? Okay. What else? For Capricorn. What else is going on for March with Capricorn and Capricornian energies? All right, clarify the Six of Diamonds for me. All right, bottom of the deck. We have the Seven of Diamonds. Top of the deck, we have the Ace of Spades in the reverse. Okay, so Cap. Underlying issue is you feel like no results or no rewards are being reaped for efforts put in. Feeling like you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's because some kind of key truth has not yet come to light. It might be a truth you sense, but it's the realization that there's some truth that hasn't been realized. Okay. What's under that? The Jack of Clubs is under that. So it might be with someone who is maturing. It might not necessarily be you, but it might be someone who is trying to find their truth, right? And you're trying to make progress with them, and there's no actual progress being made because this acknowledgement of the truth hasn't been brought to the surface. Now we start off with the Six of Spades and the Five of Clubs. This is like Six of Swords and Five of Wands. I think, Capricorn, what you're doing mentally, if nothing else, is moving away from inner conflict or conflict with others in the environment that you're dealing with. This could be petty arguments. This could be picking at each other. And it's kind of like being over it, over the inner conflict, right? That's manifesting in your experience as I'm hearing as stresses. It's almost like dealing with that energy, dealing with not having the results you've been looking for, knowing that there's missing pieces of knowledge, right? Missing pieces of truth. I think it has you kind of irritable and over it. irritable and over it at the beginning of the month. Okay, and I think you're consciously knowing and in awareness that you need to kind of move on from this kind of redundant inner squabble. I feel like it's making you less personable. Okay. So then we get the Six of Coins with the Queen of Spades, right? The Six of Diamonds with the Queen of Swords. This is allowing yourself to give your own truth from your heart space. So if somebody else is not making progress, right? If something is not showing up or developing the way you want it to because some truth is not coming out of something else outside of you, then you are being guided to give your heartfelt truth from a place of compassion within the self, for the self, and by the self, right? This is your truth, mentally having clarity and communicating that and giving that to someone else. And with that said, we get the 10 of Hearts with the 5 of Hearts for 15 hearts. This might be expressing your needs for emotional fulfillment or your dreams of emotional fulfillment with someone who may or may not have left you out in the cold, that came back possibly during the Mercury retrograde cycle, right? Because we all get in we all get in touch with our exes or people from our past when Mercury is retrograde. And so I feel like with this truth coming out, I think you're honestly just giving someone a reality check on what works for you and what doesn't. And you're not going to be crying over spilled milk with this in reverse. Technically, with this in reverse, you're not going to be crying over spilled milk. You are focusing on the 2 of Cups, right? Not the 3 cups that are emptying and spilled over, but the 2 of Cups is the focus, the soul connection that you want emotional fulfillment in, that you want a victory with. And I feel as if you being able to move forward out of the inner conflict and express and give that truth is what actually creates the fulfillment energy, right? So if you're waiting on someone else to do it or give it first, it's because spirit or the divine is kind of prompting you to give truth first, right? It's like if you want someone to give you truth, then you must first be honest, right? Then you ripple. So then we get the 4 of Hearts. And it came out with 3 cards that were all face down. So the 4 of Hearts in playing cards. This to me is like having your heart covered on all your bases covered when it comes to your heart. That you're creating emotional stability within the self, right? This is not a missed opportunity like tarot. This is a stabilized emotional state where you know that you're good and you're solid regardless in your heart space because you're speaking your truth with clarity. What we don't see, or what you don't see. Okay. We have the King of Coin with the Queen of Hearts and the 7 of Spades, which is the 7 of Swords. You might be dealing with, right, because you're solid. I feel like you're solid in your truth. What you can't necessarily see is either how you're deceiving yourself with a connection with someone who is not in alignment with you. They could be a soulmate, but not necessarily your divine counterpart. You might be focused on, Capricornian energy with the King of Diamonds, being the executive in your life, calling the shots, creating your financial stability, working on your nest egg. And somebody else is I just heard more emotionally needy. maybe you or someone else, right, that you're dealing with, and there's some kind of deception or lie here. And the deception could very well be the lack of truth coming from whoever you're dealing with, right? That they're not completely in alignment with their high truth. And you're trying to work something out with someone who's maybe still healing through codependent dynamics. If not with you, then someone else, because this could most definitely indicate a connection that's outside of your line of sight. And that might be the truth that's not being spoken. Like, you might be giving to a connection and giving your honest to God truth, wanting to resurrect something, and there's still some kind of ties with two people or individuals that are not technically in alignment to last the rest of their lifetime, right? This is temporary soul connections. And I'm definitely getting codependent, right? Like, someone's focused on money, someone's focused on their emotional needs. They're not in alignment. They're not their goals are not the same. Okay? And I think whoever you're dealing with is either in a situation like that and you don't realize it, or you're in a situation like this and you don't realize it. Okay, and that's why there's no actual results being had, right, with that 7 of diamonds that was on the bottom of the deck. Because I feel like with this 4 of cups, I do feel like you're solid. I feel like you're protecting your heart on all fronts with your truth. I think the truth is protecting you, because you will have no regrets, right? You've ended the inner conflict in yourself at the beginning of the month through the end of the month. You've ended that inner conflict within the self. It's just a matter of how this resonates to you. Okay, because this is either someone dealing with like a soulmate or karmic partnership kind of dynamic where they're living a lie and that's the issue, or you're trying to create a harmonious relationship with someone who is truly not in alignment with you, and you're deceiving yourself, right? And you're deceiving yourself thinking that it could work when it's not meant to. Okay. So take it how it flies for you. Let's get further clarity with my Oracle of the Mermaids deck. Spirit, please clarify this message for Capricorns and the Capricornian energies. Clarify this further, please. Okay, we've got Atlantis, rapid development, excellence, and success. Okay, so with this being the clarifying energy, that confirms for me, Capricorn, that you are good and you are stable and your heart space is covered. And whatever this is, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. And maybe that's why it was coming out back face, because it's there, it's going on, but you don't need to focus on it because you're good. This might be someone else's problem, issue completely. And this reading is the divine letting you know you're not crazy for, you know, things not working out as fast as you would have hoped for. I think with the admission of your own vulnerable truth, that you would give that and provide that, and what your dream is, that you're creating something solid for you. And I think whatever this deceptive kind of facade partnership is, I think that's kind of just out of your auric field. Don't let it affect you, right? Don't let it affect you. Stay focused on this, because you are rapidly developing and you are in alignment with excellence, and you are going to succeed one way or another because you've aligned yourself that way, right? You're focusing on the positives. You're focusing on the dream that you want. You're giving your truth from your heart space, knowing that the conflict needs to end. And so you're honoring the integrity of yourself and you're staying solid, right? You're staying solid. So whatever false dynamic or false relationship is in or around your energy, don't make it a problem. Don't make it an issue. Let it work itself out. Because the divine, I'm hearing the divine, it has your back. Like, you don't actually need to concern yourself with this. Just know it's going on in the background, and I'm hearing it's crumbling. I'm hearing it's crumbling on its own accord. If you're in a dynamic where you kind of know or sense that there's maybe a third party situation, whoever it is that you're connected with, whatever it is you're shooting for, whoever you're expressing the truth to. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Spirit's confirming. What needs to be remembered, please, Spirit, for Capricorn? What needs to be remembered in their highest good and the highest good of all involved? What needs to be remembered? Harmony. This is like the third time this card has come out. Harmony. Call in Archangel Raguel and Archangel Shemuel. Remember, you are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. You know that when you're in alignment and you're experiencing inner harmony and you have that inner balance going on, that everything in your environment ripples to rise to your vibration. You're holding that solid alignment in your heart. You're holding that truth in your heart. And if you don't stray from it, if you don't distract yourself, right, with the things you don't know or can't see, but sense, because you know something's off, right? You know something's off. You don't necessarily know what it is. You just have to tell yourself that's okay. If something's off, I'm intuitively picking up on it, but it's not because I'm off. It's because something else is off and the universe is helping to clear it, right? The universe is helping to clear it so that it is a non-issue. Remember that you are connected with everything, and the universe conspires in your favor, and it will raise others to meet your vibration if you do not let your vibration falter. All right. So what is the power thought card, please, for Capricorn? I am at peace with my sexuality. I am at peace with my sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. Whether you're celibate or highly sexually active, with a partner, without a partner, whatever it is, this is sacral chakra healing and heart chakra healing. The truth is, you need to be at peace with yourself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody would think of you or judge you or condemn you for or whatever, criticize you over. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because like I said, with that Jack of Wands that was underneath the Ace of Swords, this might be someone you have a strong sexual connection with, that you might want to start a new beginning with. Just know that your past does not define you in the present. Your present is your own making, and you can be at peace with that. You can be at peace with that. Your body is perfect. It doesn't need to be in perfect shape for it to be perfect for you and your experience. You don't have to worry about being out of shape or overweight because someone else is skinnier or has better boobs or a better butt than you. You know what I mean? Or if you're a guy and, you know, well, this guy is, you know, beefier than me or taller than me or more handsome than me, like whatever. This is being okay with your body and who you are and what your tastes are, and not worrying about judgment. You just speak your truth. The truth is all that matters, and everybody else will catch up because your heart is solid. You've covered all the bases. You've talked about it. You've given the truth. This is who I am. Yes, this is who I was. This is how I got to where I am now. Who I was is how I got to where I am now, and I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't that way before. I wouldn't appreciate what I'm after now if I was always after it before. You know, it's allowing yourself to not be judged. It's allowing yourself to not be judged and to not be hard on yourself about your sexuality, your sexual preferences, your sexual taste, your sexual history, or your body. Not being uncomfortable in sexual situations with your body and feeling self-conscious. You don't have to be self-conscious. So what if you're not the same? Like maybe one of you is, you know, a certain body type and the other one is a completely different body type, and maybe you would look weird to other people next to each other because of this or that. Like, doesn't matter. Don't give a shit what other people think. Please, like, don't give a shit what other people think. Just be real and honest and at peace with your own self and your own journey and what you're creating, because I feel like that is the key. So I hope that helps. Until next time, guys, Divine Rebel Racey signing off. Remember always to love each other and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, guys.